like kept everyone like paid attention to. It was like really funny and like really showed how people actually celebrated. The only thing that ran a bit too long, I think it took up like a quarter of your time that you were talking, so if you made it a little shorter, it would have been pretty good. You also read a lot from your paper, and just seeing that you were just reading line for line from it. And at the end, you sort of like stumbled up and you lost your place, so just try to not rely so much on the paper and just use them by memory. I like the map because it's like really colorful, and that sort of exemplifies the spirit of Foley and what everything's about. But, yeah.
Yeah, I kind of thought that that's what the whole point of the map was, although you never made much reference to that, and the map gets referred to finally in the last minute of the speech. It sounds to me like there's actually kind of an organization that's based more on the geographic regions, because the celebrations are a little different from one spot to another, and so maybe that ought to be the structure for the speech. Internally, I didn't think that your signposting was very clear on those issues. Now, you did have a lot of information. You cited it pretty well. Sometimes the phrasing on the citations is a little bit awkward. You're citing the information after the fact, and you need a little bit more graceful citation, especially in the first couple of citations that you had. I'm trying to remember the exact phrase that you used, but it sounded odd. It got more graceful in the later half of the speech. You know, about.com reports is a pretty simple one, but there were 2 or 3 earlier ones that really felt kind of awkward. The topics clearly identified. I'd agree with George about the video clip. It goes on an awful long time. Obviously it might be a little difficult for you to be able to edit it up. Finding something shorter, since you just happened on this one, might be difficult as well. But I did appreciate the imagery there. It would have been interesting maybe if you had been able to put it on in the background and talked about the introductory stuff, for instance, that visualization that you had. Maybe use it as an attention device while you're talking, then it might not feel quite as long. The presentation, again, that's not the thing that we're working the most on right now, but it really felt a little bit to me like it needed some more rehearsal. You were having trouble getting through some of the words. Some of the names maybe are unfamiliar, and as a consequence, instead of flowing smoothly, it sounds a little bit too much like you're reading. All right, thank you. I didn't say it wasn't good. Who said it wasn't good? Gosh, people with thin skin.